Hey everybody, MarshaunO back out here. So I wanted to come to you and talk to you about 5 ways to create a solid relationship. Again, that's 5 ways to create a solid relationship. Now, what does a solid relationship actually looks like? This looks like a relationship where you have started to or are beginning to lie the foundation of the relationship. So when things start to try to shake you up and try to rock your relationship, which they will, they're coming if they have not come before, then these are the things that are going to keep you guys stable, keep you guys standing tall in your relationship, so things do not just come and shake the both of you up where you guys are just out of bounds, you're out of whack, you're like, what the heck actually happened? And you want to be able to recover from them, to stand in your truth when they come your way, as they so will come your way, because everybody deals with some type of relationship things that are going to come to try to rock your world, to rock your relationship, including family and friends. So with that being said, 5 ways to create a solid relationship. The very first thing is to make sure that you and your relationship, that you and your spouse, you and your partner have relationship check-ins. What does a relationship check-in actually look like, and what does that mean? What would that do for your relationship? What does it actually look like? Let's answer that question. A relationship check-in looks like you and your spouse spending time conversing about what the relationship is and how you want it to be in the future. So is there something that you're actually doing right? Is there something that you could be working on? Is there something that you're actually brilliant at doing that you want to make sure that you continue to bring to your relationship? Me and my husband do this every 5-6 weeks, something like that. But I actually schedule it on my schedule because my relationship and or my marriage are very important to me. And so I want to make sure that I'm not perfect, right? So I want to make sure that what I'm doing great, I keep that up. What I can actually work on, that I am aware of what I can work on, and then start to do that. And you know what? Also get me some feedback to say, you were doing great at this, and then you fell off the map. So I need for you to pick that up. So that is what a relationship check-in looks like. Now, to answer the next question, why is it a great thing? Why do you need to do this? Is because so you are aware. It's going to bring up your level of consciousness to say, you know what? I'm not as perfect as I actually thought that I was. And so I need to tighten up in this particular area, and I can actually do just that. You can tighten up in that area that area that you know that you need to work on, at least that you're aware of now, because maybe you weren't aware of it in the beginning, and your partner, your spouse brought it to your attention, and so now you're aware of it. Now you can actually work on this thing or things. So do a relationship check-in. Number 2, give him or her your undivided attention. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea how many conversations I have with clients that actually say, how do I get him to listen to me? How do I get her to put down her phone? How do I get her to be present in that moment? How do I get him to be present in that moment with me, away from the phone, away from the electronics, away from the project, for him to focus in on me, to say, you know what, you are important enough for me to listen to you in this moment. You got my undivided attention. So you want to give your spouse, you want to give your partner your undivided attention, because you want them to feel like you are listening, so they feel heard. You want them to know that you are actually listening, and you're able to regurgitate back what they're actually saying to you, but not necessarily using the exact same verbiage. Just saying, you know what, I heard you, this is what you're saying, and my understanding that this is what you mean by what you said. So you're giving them your undivided attention, so they feel heard, they feel understood, they also feel loved, and they feel like they're actually important enough for you to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing and to give them your undivided attention. There are times that I actually fail in this very area myself, but I try to stay and be aware of it as really as much as possible. But me and my husband actually have a good enough relationship to say, you know what, you actually still got your phone in your hand, or I'm actually speaking, can we talk later, or you got a few minutes to listen to me now to hear what I have to say? So you have to make sure that you're building the rapport in your relationship so you're able to actually address these things if they need to be addressed in that time frame, so your partner or spouse actually can say, all right, I need to tighten up in this area. Or, you know what? This is obviously not a good time for you. Maybe you're annoyed. Maybe you just can't pay attention. Something might have just happened that took your focus away from me, and that's okay. But being able to express these things so your partner, so your spouse is not feeling ignored, then this is a great thing. This is how you're going to create that solid foundation in your relationship. The third thing is to make sure that you guys are connecting even more. And what I'm specifically talking about is the physical contact. Even if you're a person that does not, or I should say that physical contact is not your love language, is not at the top of your list of things to do, do not make it only about the time that sex will be involved. So physical contact, physical intimacy, this is the hugs. Whether it's you walking up behind your spouse and hugging him or her, or whether you guys are sitting on the couch and just holding hands, or you're getting some cuddle time in before you go to sleep or right after work, depending on what your life looks like and the children's situation, if you have any, all of that stuff, it matters. The physical contact matters. Little tidbit information, if you did not know. Did you know that children, babies, infants can actually die if they do not get that physical contact? Yes, it is a thing. If you don't believe me, you can Google it, okay? It is a thing. Infants can actually die if they do not get that physical contact, if they do not be held, literally be held, they can actually die. And so just think about your spouse. Your spouse is old enough where they're not going to physically die, but they will die from the inside out, because touch is such a powerful thing. Touch can actually speak volumes without you ever letting a word leave your mouth. Figure out ways to touch your partner, to be in their space, again, to laugh and joke. Maybe you want to wipe the hair off of their face, or get that stuff out of their beard, or whatever it is. Hold their hand, give them longer kisses, give them deeper hugs. Be there for him, be there for her, because most people don't realize how much we don't touch and how much we actually need to be touched. Let me say that again. A lot of you do not realize how we are lacking in the touch department, and how we are craving, us as people are craving to be touched more often, especially by your spouse, especially by your partner. Touch, 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 touch. And this does not mean that the touch is always going to lead to sex. Can it? Will it? Of course it can. Of course it will. But it does. That's not your objective. Your objective is to actually let your spouse know that you are still physically attracted to him or to her, but that you're also there for him or her. Maybe they just actually need a hug in this moment. And maybe that hug will help them to release, if he or she needs to release in that moment, because now you're there and they know that this is a safe place. You are a safe space. Number 4, what about surprises? Do people surprise people anymore? Like, surprise your partner. Surprise him or her with something that's going to make him or her feel special. So you know that your partner loves roses or some other type of flower. Get him, get her that special type of flower, right? You know that your partner or spouse loves, I'm talking about love coffee. So instead of you just going to Starbucks, not knocking Starbucks, instead of you just going to McDonald's, not knocking McDonald's, do something where you actually are taking some time, taking some effort, taking some energy, so you can get them a special coffee, right? Something that you heard one of your coworkers talking about. You literally got on the internet and ordered this thing because you want your spouse, you want your partner to experience this type of coffee. Now, obviously, I'm not just saying coffee. I'm just saying in general, make your partner, make your spouse feel special. Make them feel special. Make their favorite meal. Go get the water. just cater to them for the day or 2 days, whatever it is. You know what? Surprise them and take the children and say, you know what? You're always with the children. You do such a great job. I want to just give you a break. But give them some special things. Special. Make him, make her feel special. And I have to make sure that I'm reiterating the fact that you want to make him feel special as well, because a lot of times women only think that we want to feel special. Nope. Men want to feel special too. They might not verbalize it, but trust me, they do. I hear it. The coach hears it. Please understand that men want to feel special just as much as you want to feel special. Number 5, fifth and final thing is I want you to, in order to create a solid foundation in your relationship, you have to talk about your dreams. You got to talk about your goals. You got to talk about your aspirations. You got to talk about your fears. You got to talk about all of your projects, current, everything that's going on in your life, so your partner can get a wholehearted, full circle understanding of who you are. Talk about these things. Converse, get their opinion, or maybe just say, hey, I actually don't even want your opinion. I just want to talk. I need to vent about this thing. And especially if it's actually a problem or an issue, you never know, and you never even realize, the more that you actually talk about these things verbally, lots of times you can actually come up with the answer while you're speaking, because it was something that never even popped into your head, and now it's like, oh shoot, that didn't even occur to me. Yeah, I'm actually going to try that. I'm going to do that. So the more that you verbalize these things, the more that you're not just holding them in, the more that you do not feel that you have to just do these things by yourself. That one is for the men. If you allow your partner, if you allow your spouse to come in, obviously 2 heads are better than 1. Again, they'll be looking at it with fresh eyes, because you've been in it, because you've been thinking about it, because you've been taking all of that in by yourself. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to do that. If you allow your partner, if you allow your spouse to come in and to be there for you, period. So talk about all of your dreams, talk about your frustrations, talk about all the things that piss you off, verbalize these things, just get them out. And like I said, you can let your partner know, you know what, I don't want you to help me solve this today. I just want to get it out. Or you could say, you know what, I do need your help solving this because I'm tired of racking my brain behind it. But have these conversations. So I'm going to run through these 5 things in order to create a solid relationship really, really quickly. The very first thing is to check in and check in often. The second thing is to give him or her your undivided attention when it is asked for. Number 3, connect a whole lot more, specifically physically, connection, the physical intimacy within your relationship. Number 4, give him or her surprises. Yes. We all like surprises. Give them surprises to make him or her feel special. And then number 5, talk about your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your fears, and your frustrations in order to create this solid foundation. Let me know what you thought about this down in the comment section below. And for those of you on YouTube watching this, check down in my description box below, because I do have 2 Facebook groups, depending on which group that you fall in. So I have one for people that are single and dating, and that one is called Dating to Marriage. And then I also have one for people that are in long-term relationships and or marriages, and that one is called Relationship Bootcamp 101. This is where you're going to get a whole lot more of my attention. I actually post a lot of questions. I post memes in there. Other people post things in there. You can actually get a deeper understanding of who you are, what you're trying to do, and even get more contact with me if you want more contact with me. But check out those Facebook groups. Again, if you missed it, you can rewind this, or you can just look down in the description box below. Find them down in there. Go ahead and connect with me outside of YouTube so we can converse a lot more. I want to converse with you guys a whole lot more, and you'll get more from the Facebook group than just being here on YouTube. With that being said, definitely go ahead and subscribe, especially if this is your very first time here, or you've been coming multiple times and you're like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to subscribe, or you've been binge watching my videos because I have over 500 on the channel, and so you're like, you know what, I actually like what she's saying, but you have yet to hit that red subscribe button or the icon with my lovely face. Hit one of those things, and then do not forget to hit the bell as well, so you can be notified anytime I release a new video, which at this point is 4 times a week. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at this point. I love you guys, and there is nothing that you can do about it. I want you to succeed in your relationship and in your marriage and even the relationship with yourself. I love you guys. Bye now.